We gotta do something about these weirdos online, brother.
Yeah, man. Our kids sure ain't safe out there. No, no way, no how. Nowhere you turn. It's a hide your kids, hide your wife sort of situation. Like, what can we do?
Did you know that? Did you know that? Cause Roblox, brother.
Yeah, dude, those scumbags really ain't gonna do anything about it, are they?
Cause we gotta protect the children. Think of the little children. You know, man, you gotta keep them pure. You know, like real fresh. You know.
What?
What? What? What?
When was the last time you watched a video with just drawn out sound like white noise rain over a long formatted video? Maybe some slow jazz. How about the videos of typically women presenting individuals tapping away? Maybe making some squishy noises between their toes. When was the last time? Tell me, when was the last time you clicked on one of those videos? Because you were supporting somebody, a family, a mother perhaps, maybe a dude who had no other talents. Maybe he had plenty of talents but no drive. Maybe there wasn't the money to do anything else. Did you consider that? With your car and your nice shoes and your support system, did you consider that you were so lucky that you never had to consider a life of making sound? Be honest, are you choosing me or the bear? I'd pick the bear too, it's okay. Welcome back. Man, is it hard to be a creator these days. I haven't even begun. This is more of like a little hobby I'm trying to start up. I don't think that I'll ever get to a point where I'm posting regularly and depend on this to make a living. And I can only imagine what it's like for some people who have been in this industry 10 years, just starting out, saved up all their money. I'm sure it's a tragic day for a lot of households who have come to depend on YouTube as a source of income, as their primary source of income at that. And it's operating much like an at-will employment type place where it's no warning, no justification, no reason given. You are just axed. Whereas one moment you have millions of followers, the next you are out of every source of earning that you have built up over however much time. So, mind you, the creator JoJo was the first guy to kind of clue me in onto what was going on. You can see his video here, or I'll put the link in the description below, because he had a more, like, I guess you could say presentable, cut and dry kind of video. But if you're looking for my take, here we go, right? But really, what was the last time that you actually watched an ASMR intentionally? Like, was it this morning you went to go and look up your favorite creator and their whole page is gone? I'm sure that's a shock. I can only imagine if some of my favorite creators just up and disappeared because of YouTube going, you know what, we're done with you now. And it turns out it wasn't just the ASMR community. So what was I getting at with that little skit in the beginning, right? Well, apparently someone up in the executive suite of YouTube has decided that ASMR a little too risque for especially its child viewers. So what does that mean in total? Not much from what I've gathered on Reddit. You still have AI ads that are promoting these near graphic types of advertising. I haven't seen them personally, but I'm sure people in smaller towns where most of the population are gooners, right? They're going to be kind of stuck in an environment where you are targeted based off of the people around you. I've noticed in recent months I've been seeing a lot more smaller creators in my area, and I live in a heavily metropolitan city. But I am seeing a lot more locals on my feed than I used to. In August of this year, 2026, YouTube had launched a wave of permanent channel bans targeting prominent ASMR creators. The platform cited violations regarding sexual gratification and explicit content, triggering a widespread confusion and mass outrage from the ASMR community. And I can't help but see that there might be just a touch, just a twinge, a little Salt Bay action of misogyny going on. You know, when you are propping up people like the Fresh and Fit podcast, like the Andrew Tates of the world, yet people doing like mukbang and ASMR, that's where you draw the line, right? You have these advertisements that are horrendous. I'm going to show you some examples.
What? Of course he was.
No, he wasn't. You lose.
Of course he was. He was the star.
Nope, you're wrong. Look it up.
I don't have to look it up. It's common knowledge.
Nope.
He was on the cover of People magazine when the movie. Everyone knows Kevin Bacon was a star of Footloose. It was a huge movie. He was the lead.
Hopefully my little platform that I am, since I'm not monetized, I can kind of show more without risk, right? And that's my overall goal in this video, is to just give you an updated summary as to what's going on, and then examples of, you know, kind of the things that they deemed okay to stay and you gotta go, right? So it happened Wednesday, July 29th, and Thursday, July 30th. Kind of like overnight. They just widespread used their AI function to just you know what PlayStation is doing with their hard copies of games and reasonable prices. They haven't been reasonable in some time, but regardless. So the automated enforcement was from their AI algorithms that were automated moderation software scanning for policy violations that were anything about severe or repeated for sexual and nudity policies, right? The user flags and purist mass reporting specific channels likely triggered the sweeping machine learning review. The official stance that YouTube is taking did not attribute the action to any particular individuals. Instead, an anonymous company spokesperson issued the official response. The spokesperson stated the actions were simply the platform enforcing its long-standing external link guidelines, equal to all accounts. Rather than a targeted campaign against the ASMR community, it was a widespread sweeping. Basically, we've been paying you too much, you gotta go. And so it seems like they were trying to single out accounts that had more flags than just the sexual content. There's also if your page funneled users to another page that wasn't YouTube, you got flagged for that as well. So it's unclear to me if it was something as small as like just come and support me on Patreon, or if it's a wider like you don't get, because they also mentioned that later too, is like if you're doing any sort of, you know, I know how to be the biggest alpha male out there, so link to my bio and then I'll charge you $250 for a 30-minute session with a video recording of me. Like they're cutting out on those allegedly. But I'm sure if anyone had like a Discord chat that they frequently, like, I wonder if this also affected people like Charlotte Dobre, because she has some externals to like her Reddit and stuff. And like, does that count? Maybe not yet. It could count in the future, and that's terrifying. So under YouTube's ramp up restriction on external links, videos created with the primary purpose of driving traffic offsite are being flagged as spam or deceptive practices leading to sudden terminations. Stop trying to call for ass. She's not. You're too young to be a father. You don't even have a job. How are you going to support the child? Do you know how much milk is? So yeah, the primary purpose of if the channel's primary purpose was driving traffic off-site, they were being flagged as spam or deceptive practices leading to sudden termination. Any AI generated and or faceless content creators, and that's kind of messed up, like the faceless thing. I get that it's easy to fake, but there should be some amount of human interaction from YouTube to the creator on behalf of YouTube for good faith practices to verify that these faceless creators actually have a face, but are keeping it for their own safety and anonymity, or otherwise just privacy. We all have a right to privacy. Like, we don't know the struggles that people face, whether it be an abusive ex or simply family members who are not supportive and will belittle you every holiday because you're doing your little YouTube thing, right? Whether it's small or large, we should have a right to be faceless on YouTube. It's up to YouTube to find better practices that don't get rid of their creators, especially ones who've dedicated 10 years to building YouTube up. Like, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. Ambient, sleep, sound, and relaxation channels are also on the chopping list. Creator uploading long-form rain sounds, white noise, or looped meditation animations. So similar to ASMR, these frequently fall under the repetitive content policy. And because the videos look and sound identical across multiple uploads, the automated algorithm flags them for lack of human creativity and original perspective, stripping their monetization. So, yeah, if you have too much of a format in your content where it's like copy paste on every video, you're screwed. Maybe not right now, but in the future, you're going to have a unique video every single upload. You can't just have a template that works that your fans... To me, it sounds like that what they want to do is destroy continuity in someone's brand. I can't recall how many times I've watched Brad Mondo talk to me about hair care, and it's literally the same thing over and over again that he's saying in every video, but it's a lesson worth learning. And you have new people coming on the internet from all different ages, and they don't know any better. And sometimes you need an updated video to keep you in the know of how easy it is to mess up your hair. But is his videos repetitive? Sure they are. Is he a real person? Yes, he is. Does he send you to external links to buy his products? Yes, he does. So So ASMR today, Brad Mondo tomorrow, AI in general come into these creative spaces without any sort of reproach, because not only are they being used to create, they're also being used to filter out perfectly good creators out of a space to fill in with more AI slop. More AI slop that they're not going to get rid of. They're just going to tack on more, because guess what? They're going to have less actual people daring to try and bring content to their channel. So it's like, how many more years of YouTube do we have left before it's just completely taken over, destroyed, and turned into an obelisk of everything fake and disgusting in this world? I've seen extremist content. I've seen hate crimes. I've seen just some of the most deplorable shit. The Netflix special, Don't Fuck with Cats, some of that came from YouTube. And now all of a sudden, the people who are making sounds and creating environments that are soothing and therapeutic for a lot of people, if you take your nasty, horny asses out of it, it's just a travesty. The way that these companies are deciding to go with the fake thinker instead of the original talent. You know, YouTube was an amazing place during COVID because it brought a lot of people who were out of work something to do. Show your hobbies. Announce to the world what you have to offer. Tell me, does this inspire you to want to keep trying? Does this make you feel sad or like you're at a loss, or maybe your investment in the future was basically chopped off in front of you? Are you happy about this? Are you sad about this? I'm worried about it personally. I think that it's a scary time when we're killing people for creativity. And that's what this does. Without warning, without grace, without any sort of guidance, or you're just going to chop off people at the legs and say, that's it, we're done. Thanks for this time. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the sponsorships and all the funnels of money and the way to get our investors really psyched about our product. Thank you for it all. And for our things, what we're going to do is just turn off the lights. And worry no more, sweet summer child, as the night is dark and full of terrors, and we must once again find out what we are made of. So when does this end? When is enough enough? Or is this simply just ASMR made so much money on the side without you that you got jealous and said, you're not going to use our channel anymore? I'm praying for a lot of people, and I hope you and your families are able to pay rent and eat and vote for politicians who care about you and not PACT money. Vote for the politicians that care about the planet, that care about their neighbors, and who use public transportation. One day we will rise above all this chaos. And until then, hold your loved ones close and have a wonderful night.
Like, comment, and subscribe. I just about had it. We got to do something about these weirdos online.
Why am I giving them a fucking like Kentucky, Kansas accent? I'm so sorry. Or am I?
Maybe I'm not sorry. You think about that.
When was the last time you enjoyed the regal sound of somebody just making breathing noises?